We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, wherever you are, whenever you are, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will be playing the first of a mini two-game series against the Washington Nationals at Nationals Park. How you doing, everybody? Your old pal Steve here, a.k.a. the BirdWatcher, or BW, or B-Dubs, whatever you want to call me. Good to have you back, folks that are coming in already to rejoin for more Orioles baseball action. But I also want to say a big hello to those that just might be finding my channel for the first time. It would come as no surprise. This channel is still relatively new. I just began it at the advent of this 2024 season. The objective is to call every Orioles baseball game all season long into, fingers crossed, the postseason in October, and provide a community for fellow Oriole fans scattered all over the world that might not have an ability to see the game on TV, listen to it on the radio, or follow it otherwise. I personally live 12 time zones away from Baltimore, so I'm about as far away as you can get without having to leave planet Earth. So I understand. Well, your boy BW is here to take care of you. I'm going to do the play-by-play, give you some commentary as well, paint a little picture for you, and present some graphics on the screen that'll help keep you up to date with everything that's going on in the ball game. Right, so if you enjoy what you see, if you're new, get comfortable. We have a Charm City chat here. You're welcome to participate. And if that's not your thing, feel free to just kick back and enjoy the show. Either way, if you enjoy it, do help out the channel if you don't mind. You can do it by hitting the thumb right below the screen. It's a like button. I know it seems trivial, but it does help out the channel. And also, you can subscribe. That's the big thing we're trying to do here. We're on the race to 1,000 subs, and we're only about 6 weeks into this thing. Over 2/3 of the way to that big first milestone. So things are really cooking. But we'll get into everything later. Right now, I want to go ahead and go over the starting pitchers and the lineups. And in about a minute here, I'm going to start testing my broadcast here tonight to make sure there's no issues. We have, for this mini two-game series, arguably our two most prolific starters. Although the way this staff has been pitching lately, it's kind of hard to call anybody, the back-end guy. Everybody's pitching. Folks, have you seen pitching like this 1 through 5 in a rotation? When's the last time you saw an entire, trip through the rotation and more with the kind of pitching we've been getting lately? It's been phenomenal. Phenomenal. We got Corbin Burnes on the mound tonight, the ace of aces. We've got 5 aces in our deck. We're playing with a stacked deck, folks. We got 5 aces. We're cheating. So, yeah, of course, if you want to go back to the Orioles of old, yeah, you want to go back to the 70 season with 4 20-game winners? I wish we still lived in an era where that were possible, but of course, if your team has 1 20-game winner these days, that's quite something. Corbin Burnes has a record of 3-1, an ERA of 2.61, a healthy whip under 1 at .92, 41 in the third innings, 41 strikeouts, so a K per inning. Just 9 walks, but he's given up the 6 home runs, so about a home run per start, and they typically come in the solo variety in the first inning. We'll see if that trend continues tonight. Countering for the Nationals, it's Trevor Williams, a right-handed pitcher who's off to a fine start, a 3-0 record with an ERA of just 2.27, a whip of 1.17. He will put some runners on base, but he has not given up a home run yet in over 31 innings. So something's got to give. We have the Orioles with their major league leading, I want to say, are we up to 52 home runs already or something insane? While the pitcher on the mound tonight has yet to give one up. In fact, I think there's What is this? Team stats, home runs. No, we don't have. Oh, where is it? 54. There you go. We have 54 home runs on the season. Number one in baseball. And, the discrepancy here is our pitching has gotten so good. That's what really stands out right now. The Nationals have got a couple of really good hitters at the top of their lineup, and they come in with a record of 500. They are outperforming most people's expectations in the early going, a record of 17-17. And they've got a few young, bright stars, and we're going to take a look at these lineups here. But now I want to go ahead and put my attention on getting the game up and making sure there aren't any issues. How's everybody doing there in the Charm City chat? How was your day off? I rested my voice a little bit, but other than that, I was just itching to get back on the microphone, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what to do with a day off. I'm just ready for the next game. I got up an hour earlier than I needed to today, even though it's the middle of the night, because I was just the anticipation, like the night before Christmas morning, waiting for those presents. All right, the game is on. By the way, both teams are going to be wearing their City Connects tonight, and this is known as the Beltway Series. Your boy, look, I'm not trying to be, the contrarian or whatever. I'm not trying to be the guy that wants to just be abnormal for the sake of it. But why isn't this the Parkway Series? We have the BW Parkway, right? We've got that one natural connective tissue that has its own name that includes both cities. Why isn't it the Parkway Series? I'm calling it the Parkway Series. I hope you guys don't mind. It makes more sense to me than the Beltway Series, because there's more cities than Baltimore and Washington with beltways. We're not the only ones, right? I mean, I don't know. Whatever. It's the Parkway Series for me. All right, we're going to look at these lineups. By the way, Gunnar Henderson leading off and playing shortstop. I know it's a shock. Adley Rutschman will bat second and catch. Ryan O'Hearn is the DH hitting third. Ryan Mountcastle will bat cleanup and play first base. Anthony Santander got red hot there at the end of the series against the Reds with a big game on Sunday. Raised his batting average nearly 20 points in the process and is now just one behind Henderson in the team lead for RBI. He'll bat fifth. Colton Cowser, he'll be in left field batting sixth. Jordan Westberg will hit seventh and play second base. Cedric Mullins in center field hitting eighth. And finally, Ramon Urias is at third base hitting ninth. Jacob Young will lead off and play center field for the Nationals. He's putting up these top three hitters, it's a nice top of the order. Young coming in with an average over 300 and 12 steals. So a prototype leadoff hitter. And then you got two young good players here, and C.J. Abrams and Luis Garcia Jr. hitting second and third. Abrams with the power speed combo, 7 homers, 8 steals. And then Garcia, he's been raking lately, had 4 hits in his last ball game, hitting .337 on the season. The rest of the lineup for the Nationals, you got Nick Senzel, Jesse Winker, who's in left field. Senzel's a DH. Joey Meneses is at first base. Kybert Ruiz behind the plate. Eddie Rosario out in right field, batting eighth. And finally, Terry Lipscomb is the third baseman, batting ninth. Trevor Williams once again on the mound, taking his final warm-up tosses. And as we get that side profile shot, as you typically see in a broadcast, you get a good look at the seats on his opposite shoulder, and I see a lot of empty seats out there. What's going on? Washington, you got a competitive team, 500 record. It's a Parkway Series. Hell, I almost said it again. All right, either way, let's say hi to chat. How you doing, Rob A? Let's go O's. The Baltimore Bomber are ready to go deep. I like the Battle of BWI. Okay, we'll go with that. A sort of shared airport Westy and Milkman are going deep. The ball will land on 495. Move. Parkway playoffs. I like it. Parkway playoffs. Okay. I'm not sure what we're playing off, but I'll go with it. It has alliteration. Hey there, Baxter. RJL. Representing the BirdWatcher Worldwide Network. You better believe it. I am the global internet voice of the Baltimore Orioles. There, I said it. I'll say hi to everybody in a sec. First, we got first pitch, and it's a ground ball. Hit to second base in a diving stop. And what a play right there to start the ball game from Luis Garcia Jr. Okay, I know he can hit. Well, apparently he can field, too. He had to range a long way to his left, go into a diving stop, and of course he had to do it all quickly with Gunnar Henderson hustling down the line. Gunnar grounds out to second to begin the ball game. I think I need to go over here and refresh this now that the game is on. Okay, Adley Rutschman is in, hitting .324. First pitch to him is a strike. And there we go. Next one on the outside edge, about an inch or two off the plate, and the count is 1-1. Williams' last start went 5 innings, didn't give up a run, but had 4 walks and 5 hits. This one is hit softly into center field. Adley Rutschman continues to stroke the baseball. That raises his average to .329. The Orioles have their first base runner of the night, a soft single into center. Wow, too early to have throat issues. Steve, come on, you had a day off to rest the voice. Here's Ryan O'Hearn, hitting third tonight in the DH, hitting .307. First pitch is a called strike. That looked a little bit inside. So early evaluation of this home plate umpire, the inside pitch, you're getting an inch for the pitcher. Outside edge, advantage batter, I guess. This one's a little bit upstairs, and the count even up at 1-1 on Ryan O'Hearn. Interesting stat, the Orioles, of the top 8 hitters in their lineup, this one's low and in, 2-1 the count. Basically, everyone outside of Ramon Urias, who's not really an everyday player, everybody's got somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 or more RBI, except Ryan O'Hearn and Ryan Mountcastle. This one's crushed down the right field corner, but it's going to land foul. Just a bit foul. There's not much room between the foul line and the wall down there in the deep corner and right. But that's where it landed. Right, so what was the point I was making? Yeah, it's just interesting. Typically, you look at a team's lineup, you look at their 3-4 hitters, and those are your top RBI guys. Well, the Orioles, their lineup is so deep and so balanced, and there's just no holes anywhere. It just so happens our 3-4 hitters have the least amount of RBI amongst the top 8 in the lineup. Okay, we've got a full count here on Ryan O'Hearn. Runner at first, nobody out. Just getting started here. And the next pitch, outside corner, and did they punch him out or not? Rutschman steals a base regardless, and it is indeed a called strike 3. A little tough on O'Hearn. I want to see where that pitch ended. I was too busy watching Rutschman take off for second. That pitch is about an inch off the plate. He did not give that call earlier in this inning. That was, okay, so I got to figure out who this umpire is. Well, silver linings to what might have been a tough strike out there for O'Hearn is that Rutschman is now in scoring position after the stolen base. Ryan Mountcastle fouls off the first pitch, and he comes in with an average of .289. Next offering is right back up the middle, but the second baseman Garcia, playing close to the bag, is able to field it and throw out Mountie to win the inning. The Orioles get a hit from Adley Rutschman. He steals a base. But that's it. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Orioles nothing and the Nationals coming up. How we doing? Let me see what else is happening in chat. I need to catch up. Hey, the man. 1970, my birth year. I'm an O's magic baby. Canton, Baltimore, represent. I feel you. Hey, Ryan, good to see you again. Richard Patch is back. Good to see you. Josh Beasley in the house. Don't think I've ever seen the O's pitching this good since I've been alive. I hear you, Josh. If you're under the age of 50, odds are you're seeing the best pitching in your life from this team. 1970s rotation. Yeah, I saw that before. Hey, Janet, how you doing, hon? Thanks for coming in and help to moderate once again tonight. Folks, be good to Janet. She'll be good to you. Charm City Chat, we love to keep it charming here. And for the most part, it has been that way. Things got a little weird in the last game, to be perfectly honest. But so far, things are looking nice tonight. Everybody seems to be in a good mood. We've had a day off. And isn't it nice to have a day off? You wake up, you look at the next game day, and you're still got the best record in the American League. You know, you can just not play and still be the best. David, good to have you back. Cameron, Narniak, Richard, Daniel. People are filing in, and I'm sure things will start to grow. Oh, by the way, do you guys mind if I do a lag check just to get an idea of how much time there is between when I say something and when you type something in and how close we are? I'll say a number. You type it in as soon as you can, okay, guys? You don't all have to do it, but hopefully a couple will give me an idea. So just type in the number 2, okay? 2 for Gunner. Type in that number 2 and just let's give it a look. Wow, that is gosh darn near instant, folks. My lag issue is looking good tonight. All right, Corbin Burnes on the mound. Jacob Young, offered with a bunt, and it had to have been that he didn't pull back in time because that pitch was well off the plate, and it's a strike. So make of that what you will. It's strike 1 to Young. Next one is popped up. First base side, Mountie taking a look, but it's going to drop on the roof of the dugout. 0-2 the count on Young. Again, the top of this Nationals order, exciting young players. Young, again, he's got 12 stolen bases on the season and hitting over 300. I'd never heard of this kid. And then C.J. Abrams, yeah, he's got a little bit more of a pedigree. He's off to a great start. Here's a check swing, and he went around. They appealed, but you could tell by the force of the pointing by the home plate umpire. You ever notice that sometimes when a home plate umpire will ask for an appeal, but he'll do it like really strong, like, hey, what is that? That usually means he thinks the batter did indeed swing. And the first base umpire concurred. So we have one out there and a strikeout. Here's Abrams now. He swings at a pitch inside and fouls it away for strike 1. 283, 7 homers, 19 RBI, plus 8 steals, an OPS over 900. Left-handed hitter. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. 0-2 the count. Hey there, Book Doc. Oh, I'm not sure what to do about that, Book Doc. It could be an issue with, this live stream thing. The word live is at the bottom of the screen. 1-2 the count now on Abrams. The live button at the bottom of everybody's screen, there should be a red dot next to it. If that little dot is just grayed out and not red, that means you're not actually live. Here's a swing and a miss. Burnes goes off the plate outside. Abrams chases, and Burnes begins the evening with a pair of strikeouts. Again, these first 3 hitters of this Nationals lineup, this is what I'm most concerned about. There's one other hitter a little lower in the lineup that has had a good history against Burnes that might give us trouble. We'll bring that up when he comes up. This is in the dirt to Garcia Jr. Great start. 337 average, 3 homers, 19 RBI. And again, a 4-hit game in his last game a couple of days ago. This one's fouled away, and the count is 1-1. Free of charge. What's free of charge? Oh, keeping the strike. Oh, everyone's on a K count tonight. Everyone's anticipating a big strikeout night. Well, Burnes is due, to be honest. Here's a swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. How about striking out the side here, Corbin? He's 1 strike away from doing it. Yeah, his K numbers per 9 are a little below his lifetime. This one is a breaking ball in the dirt, and the count is even at 2-2. Not to mention, if he can get through this first inning without giving up that token run that has sort of been his little bugaboo there. This one is low, and now the count goes full. So that would be equally impressive for Burnes to avoid that first inning solo homer and strike out the side. Oh, come on. Payoff pitch. In the dirt. That one wasn't close. Worst pitch of the sequence from Burnes. And Garcia will take a 2-out walk. Well, we can still strike out the side. That'll bring up Nick Senzel, and this is where the order takes a significant dip. You got Jesse Winker due up next, left-handed power hitter. He's sort of having a renaissance season after falling off a cliff in the past couple of years. This one's lifted in the air, foul by Senzel, the count 0-1. Senzel's batting .242, 5 homers, 11 RBI. And then once you get down to that bottom third of the order, it's pretty much easy outs. There goes the runner, and Burnes with a late throw. That ball never had a chance to get Garcia. And Westberg was unable to handle the throw from Adley anyway. So a stolen base for Luis Garcia Jr. The Nats get a runner in scoring position. And now Burnes, after looking, he was 1 strike away from striking out the side in order, now has a runner in scoring position. The 1-1 pitch, spiked in the dirt. Another pitch that seems to have come out of Burnes' hand in a way he didn't intend to. It's very common for even really good pitchers to have their worst inning in the first. There's a nice breaking ball. Swung on and missed. And the inning is over. K times 3. No, I'm not going to type 3 of those in a row. In fact, I don't know if YouTube's going to get mad if you type 3 of those letters in a row. But he strikes out the side. We go to the second. No score in downtown Washington. And, folks, your boy, the BirdWatcher, he's got roots in D.C. too now. You got to understand. I claim dual citizenship as a PG County boy, okay? I toe that line. Especially growing up in an era where there was only 1 football team, 1 baseball team, 1 basketball team, and 1 hockey team. 3 of them were in D.C., 1 of them were in Baltimore. This is who I am, all right? I'm a 46-year-old man who's going to be 47 in 2 weeks. This is what I know. I live and breathe Orioles baseball, but I've also got my D.C. roots. After I finished college, I moved back, and I lived in D.C. Worked there for about 10, 11 years. And you got Matt from Silver Spring. Where do you guys think I always think Laurel is sort of that Mason-Dixon line town between, yeah. Let's hopefully we'll get to a 4th K quickly. A K to the power of 3. Perfect, Chris. Yeah, I always think Laurel is kind of that border town. Like if you're in Laurel, what do you say? Do you say you're from Baltimore or you say you're from Washington? Laurel is more of a county. I know, but I mean, if somebody's asking you from way on the other side of the country, or maybe even a foreigner, and they don't know these small towns or counties, they want to know, like, what's the closest city you live to? And if you live in Laurel, what do you tell them? There's a called strike to Anthony Santander, leading off the top of the second. Tony with a grand salami in his last game, amongst other good things at the plate. I believe he had 3 hits and 5 RBI in that game. I think Bowie is definitely more DC, but I think Laurel is sort of that. Well, what do you say? Yeah, Gaithersburg, Crofton. 1-2 the count on Santander. Yeah, Narniak, I feel you. And there goes Santander down on strikes to begin the top of the second. It's the first strikeout for Trevor Williams. Excuse me, second strikeout. My humble apologies. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of us, too, that just between those two cities, I mean, here's by the way, sorry, I'm not doing my job. The 1-0 to Colton Cowser is lifted foul down the left field corner. Hit hard off the bat. Late on it, though. 1-1 on Cowser. I think it's time for Cowser to get in one of those hot weeks again. What do you say? Another 5 home run week? 1-1 pitch is upstairs. And the count 2-1. Fitzy. What's shaking, Fitz? Your socks are on tonight, right? Boston. 2-1 pitch. Oh, that one is right down the middle, but Cowser didn't get it. It's just going to be a routine fly ball to right field. Man, that pitch was dead red center. Looked like a pitch you'd see in a home run derby. Cowser almost, the way he swung at it, like he was almost too excited. And he winds up popping out to right field for out number 2. All right, well, maybe Williams will think he can get away with a pitch like that. Keep throwing a pitch right there, okay? We'll be happy. 2 down for Jordan. Quickly becoming my favorite player on the team, even though I love everybody, Westberg. And the 1-0 pitch is hit hard on the ground and bobbled by Abrams. He's not going to have a play. That should go down as a straight-up error on Abrams, and that is a weakness for the young star for the Nats. He's got power, he's got speed, he can hit for average, he's got a strong arm, but not the cleanest fielder. Not the cleanest. Not sure how many errors he has on the season. It's still early, but that bobble gives us a runner at first with 2 down. Cedric Mullins at the plate, and the first pitch to him is, did we get a call? Strike 1. Yeah, Williams isn't this good, for sure. And the one thing I'm trying to figure out, Narniak, there's a check on Westberg. It's back in. Jordan has 4 steals already on the season, not to mention 6 homers. He does it all, folks. What do you want him? What more do you want from Jordan Westberg? Here's the 0-1 to Mullins. That one breaks low out of the zone for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, the thing I'm looking at with Williams so far is that 23 1/3 innings without giving up a home run. There's a check on Westberg. That plays closer. I don't know why the camera cut away in the middle of the pickoff attempt. That was weird. But Westy gets back in there. 1-1 the count on said. Pitch is popped up. He chased one in on the fists, but luckily it'll go back out of play. Count as a ball and 2 strikes on Mullins. Mullins hitting just .206. He's now hitting 8th in the order. And until he can wake the bat up, I would expect him to be hitting this low in the order going forward, with Cowser hitting above him and Westberg sort of splitting up the lefties. This one's fouled back, and Mullins stays alive. Another pitch in on the hands. 2 out here in the top of the second, no score. First game of 2. And, of course, these little mini-series, these 2-game series, you want to win that opener. There's a swing and a miss. Mullins goes down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Williams. We go to the bottom of the second. The Orioles leave a base runner, and the game remains 0-0. I just sort of lost track of everything there for a second. Where am I? Who am I? What am I? What are we doing? We're going to the bottom of the second. That's what we're doing. Hey, folks, come on in. Grab a chair. If you're new to the channel, don't be shy. Charm City Chat is here to take care of you. Okay? Now, if you want to just chill and relax, drink a cold one, that's fine too. But one thing we might want to do here is address this like button situation, folks. I mean, come on. We got to break in the action. Your boy already knows when the likes go up, so do the results. The results speak for themselves, folks. Let me show you what I got. Where's my hat? Where is my hat? All right, folks. This right here, this is my hat. This hat contains Orioles magic. All right? I also have a subscreen. That contains Orioles magic. This is all scientifically proven, and Janet, the mod in chat, she will confirm that this is indeed scientifically truthful. Okay? So what I'm driving at, folks, is that when you're with the BirdWatcher, you just gotta believe. And I'm not asking for everybody that comes in here to hit the like button, because that's too much to ask. Just like I can't wear the hat from start to finish, because that's too much to ask. My responsibility is to try to find that perfect balance of when to do the things I do. So that's why we're talking about the like button. Okay, thanks for that TED Talk. On to the bottom of the second. Jesse Winker at the plate. Left fielder takes a breaking ball for a called strike to begin the bottom of the second. Winker is batting .254, 4 homers, 18 runs, batted in. Pitch is inside. Count even up at a ball and a strike. Winker had a big season with the Reds a few years ago. Put up some huge power numbers. Looked like a young budding star, and then things really dropped off. Just could not hit for average. And the Reds finally said goodbye. The Nats scooped him up, gave him a shot, and he's become an everyday player in the middle of their lineup. 2-1 the count on Winker. This one's lined back foul, and the count is 2-2. Winker, I hardly know her. Now, these Nationals, oh, I see. It's the cherry blossoms. You know, that's not bad. I can dig the cherry blossoms on the City Connects. This one is grounded foul off to the right. Nice barehanded play there by the first base coach. 2-2 on Winker. By the way, I'm looking at the score. You know, you got on the TV broadcast, and you've got the initials of the teams playing. And this one's hit in the right field. Winker with a ground ball past the diving glove of Jordan Westberg. A leadoff single by Winker. Yeah, so on the scoreboard there, you got the B of Baltimore with the City Connect font and the W of Washington. BW, your boy. It's like this game was personally put together for my personal entertainment. Here's Joey Meneses. And there goes the runner. Throw by Adley is accurate, but he's safe. Oh, that ball was right on the money. Winker with the steal. Show me a replay. Man, Adley with a perfect throw down. But the Nationals are showing early. It does look like he did get in there safe. Nats are showing early that they're ready to run on Burnes. Winker is not exactly known for his base running, although that is his 4th steal already. It does seem like as a team, the Nationals like to run. This one is a check swing, and the home plate umpire says he went. The count 1-1 on Joey Meneses. Now, Meneses has some previous success against Burnes. Remember, Burnes coming over from the Brewers, so he's faced the Nats his fair share of times. Meneses, I believe, has something like 4 hits and 6 at-bats off of Burnes. Bottom of the second, nobody out. Runner at second base for the Nats after the stolen base. And a 1-2 count on Meneses. And this one is low, 2-2. I would like to see Burnes not go deep into so many counts. I mean, for an ace, I just feel like he should be putting guys away on 3 or 4 pitches a little more often than he does. I mean, case in point, did you guys see that performance John Means put together, his first start back? I mean, he could have gone. This one is fouled back. Still 2-2 on Meneses. Hello from Stone Mountain, North Carolina. How you doing there, Ronnie? Now, is that anywhere near Rocky Mount? I passed through there all the time on I-95 back in the day, as I'm sure most of us have. Here's the 2-2, and this one's hit to the opposite field and down for a hit. Winker will get home easily. I mean, he's already halfway down third going home by the time Santander is ready to throw the ball in. RBI single for Joey Meneses. And as I mentioned earlier, he's got a history of being able to hit off of Burnes. He's done it again, and the Nats are up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Still nobody out. Here's Corbin Ruiz, left-handed hitting catcher. And there's a check swing. He did not go. Want to know the count. Ruiz batting only 134. Again, once we get to these bottom hitters, you're going to see some pretty ugly averages. You would hope Burnes is going to at least be able to handle this part of the order with a little more, what do you call it? Effectiveness. Maybe not use 6-7 pitches to get a guy out. He's fallen behind 2-0 on Ruiz here. That's not good. And this one is off the plate outside. 3-0 on a guy that's batting 134. Burnes, come on, man. What are you doing? Here's a check on the runner. He was not only back, standing, it looked like he wasn't even off the bag. He was facing into the dugout. That was a little bit strange. The 3-0, and be careful here. He might be, all right, he gets the bottom of the zone. Burnes gets a strike. 3-1 the count. 1-0 Nationals. Sorry, this scoreboard could be a little better for your viewing pleasure. Although there's nothing pleasurable about viewing a game where the Orioles are losing. Swing and a miss. A cutter low and in on Corbin Ruiz. Burnes has worked himself back to a full count after falling behind 3-0. Still nobody out in the bottom of the second. Payoff pitch is swung on and fouled up the plate, I guess. Couldn't see where the ball went. I must have been right behind the catcher. Still a full count. Another deep count. 35 pitches for Burnes. He's only gotten 3 outs in the ball game. Folks, he's on pace to go 3 innings to get to 95 pitches right now. That's all I'm saying. Here's a hit and run play, and it's going to keep the Nats out of a double play. As Ruiz hits a hard ground ball to second base, Westberg will get Ruiz out. So now another runner in scoring position for the Nats, and there's still only 1 out in the inning. But at least Burnes finally gets the first out here. That'll bring up Eddie Rosario. How about this for an average? 117. And this one is low for ball 1. Why not fall behind another batter who can't hit? Hey there, Pure. Thank you, sir. You have a good stream, too. I've already got things set up to when my stream ends. People have an option to go right on over to you. Hey there, Rat Fink. Just noticing your name in there. Okay. Next pitch on the 1-1 is low to Rosario. Had the plate, but an inch or two below the zone. So now 2-1 on Rosario. Anybody remember the first inning when we were keeping track of all the Ks? That was fun. 2-1 pitch is lifted in the air left field. This should be a can of corn for the most part. It didn't hang up for too long, but Cowser didn't have to move too much. He makes the catch. And there are 2 down here in the second. Burnes up to 40 pitches early. Now, the one benefit, should Burnes only be able to go, under 6 innings for some reason, the entire Orioles bullpen is well rested. Here's a hard hit ball, but Westberg makes a nice stop at second. He makes a spinning move to stop the ball and pop up and throw just on the lip of the outfield grass. Nice play by Westberg. Man, I got Westberg fever, folks. I don't know what to tell you. Your boy's got a man crush, and his name is Jordan Westberg. All right, that'll end the inning. The Nationals get a run and take the early lead here. We go to the third, 1-0 Washington. Smash the thumbs up and subscribe buttons to support the BirdWatcher. Yeah, folks, come on now. This is a journey, an epic journey. I mean, J.R. Tolkien never wrote anything as epic as this. The BirdWatcher on a mission to sip on this latte for the next 2.5 hours and see these boys to another victory. Hey there, Jeremy. Let's go. Yeah, I'm thinking this whole Trevor Williams not giving up a home run yet this season stat, that needs to be corrected. If I can borrow a line from The Shining, I think it needs to be corrected. All right, we got 9-1-2 due up for the Orioles in the third. Urias, Gunnar, and Adley. As the sun sets on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. Folks, I got to tell you, some beautiful locations there in our nation's capital. I did enjoy. Your boy likes to do stuff on the cheap. And I tell you, one good thing about living in D.C. is that you can do a lot of stuff for free. If you can just get your butt on the Metro and get off right there in the Smithsonian stop. Yeah, a lot of things you can do. 2-0 the count on Urias as Williams just missed off the plate. Oh, wait, now they call that one. Okay, now it's 2-1. 2-1 on Urias. This one's hit on the ground left side. Third baseman with the pick. Throws across in time. One away in the top of the third. Urias is retired. The Yankees are down 1-0. That's good to hear. Hey, Rhino, how you doing, buddy? You know, Rhino is the type of guy that Rhino, I know you're not going to be here modding with any sort of regularity, and I would expect you to, but you certainly are qualified to be a mod on this channel. So, Rhino, there's your official designation. Hey, Melanie, how you doing, hon? Here's the 0-1 to Gunner. This one is fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes. David, you would know. It's his name, David. That's right. The pitch is swung on and missed. Gunner goes down. 2 away here in the top of the third. Now, Rhino also is a sports streamer, and he is a grinder, folks. This guy covers everything. Basketball, football, and not just NFL, folks. Canadian, some other weird league I don't even know about that's going on now. He's doing basketball, college, a little baseball throwing in, tennis. I mean, you name it. The man is a machine. Adley Rutschman has a 1-0 count, and the next pitch is at the bottom of the zone for a called strike. 2 down, nobody on, top of the third. The Nationals ahead 1-0 here in the opening game of a 2-game mini-series. The Parkway Series, I call it. Here's a foul back, 1-2. I just feel like if they polled everybody, more people would say Parkway Series makes more sense. Why is it Beltway? Whatever. Tomato. The 1-2 to Adley. This one's hit in the air. Left side. Long run for everybody. And that one's going to drop in play and foul ground. But Winker unable to get to it as that bounces about half a foot from the railing. He basically would have had to run face first into a wall to make that catch. First we make the A's look good. Now we're helping the Nats to look good. Oh, cantankerous. A, it's early doors. And B, the A's are playing really good baseball. They started the year like 1-6. Since then, they've been very competitive. They're playing above 500 since then. They've got one of the strongest back end of the bullpens in baseball right now. I mean, if they're in the lead going into like the 7th inning, they're hard to beat. There's a swing and a miss. Rutschman chases one off the plate low and away to strike out and end the inning. So the Orioles have not done much against Williams here through 3. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Washington. These bats will wake up. Cantankerous, we've seen this script so many times. How can I sit here and worry about it this soon? How many times have we faced a pitcher, guys whose names we've never even heard of, guys who go out there and then pitch the best game of their career against us, and we can't figure them out for some reason. But as soon as we get to the 6th inning or so, stuff starts happening. What has worried me more with the offense lately is what we're doing when we get runners in scoring position and not cashing them in, you know? We got to cash them in. We can't just rely on this home run thing. It's a nice title to have right now. I'm excited we'd lead the league in home runs. Hey, what's going on there? What's your name, sir? If you have sort of something like a phonetic way I can pronounce it, I'd say hello to you personally, but welcome. Hey there, O-Bird fan. Yeah, we're just warming up, aren't we? I don't know. Cheer up, Washington. No, I think everybody in D.C.'s feeling pretty good about the Nats. 500 record. That's competitive. Here's another thing to think about, folks. For whatever reason, the Orioles seem to play better against the best teams out there. Coming into tonight, we have a record against teams with a record of 500 or better, a.k.a. winning teams. Our record against winning teams is 14-5, and there is no other team in baseball with a record even close to that good. No one's close. You look at the teams we've lost to. Yeah, we've lost 2 to the Pirates. We lost 2 to the A's. You know, we dropped a game out in Anaheim, both home and away. We're going to, it happens. But what matters most to me is that we show that when we're playing the best, we're better. Because once we get to October, that's who we're playing. All right, here's a ground ball on the first pitch of the third, Young, and it's going to be a tag on the head by Ryan Mountcastle, as I guess he did have to come off the bag after Urias threw that one across. Yep, it worked. It was a good play. I'm doing a terrible job of announcing it, but it was a big bounce, and Arias had to pick it on the short hop. Get that accurate throw off. Wasn't accurate in terms of keeping Mounty on the bag, but enough to where he could slap the tag on the runner. Okay, one down here in the bottom of the third. Abrams at the plate, and this one's chopped toward the pitcher, who his momentum, Burnes, takes him right into the path of the base runner, and he'll just tag Abrams out for out number 2. Okay, 2 quick outs here in the third. That's good. We get a nice quick 1, 2, 3, and then the Oriole bats are coming up with the heart of the order. We'll see how we're feeling in about 20 minutes. We'll see how we're feeling. Burnes needs an inning like this. He's on 45 pitches right now. If he can get this third out without throwing more than 5 pitches, he'll be back on a decent pace. Garcia Jr. at the plate. He walked his first time up. And I believe he's the one that came around to score, right? Nope, that was Winker. Never mind. That was the second inning. Short-term memory problems, folks. This one's outside, 2-0 on Garcia. So Burnes walked this guy the first time. Doesn't seem to want to throw him a strike. I don't remember him throwing a strike. I feel like it was a 4-pitch walk the first time. That one is off the plate outside. And the umpire, even though it's close, even though the catcher it's pretty much hitting the target, umpire's not having it on the outside edge. 3-0. Again, setting up outside, and this one is high for ball 4. Corbin, what's going on, dude? He's shaking his head. A chance for a quick 1, 2, 3 inning. Instead, now we're walking guys with 2 outs on 4 pitches. And here comes the cleanup hitter for the Nats, Nick Senzel. He struck out back in the first. Check on the runner. This will be the 50th pitch. Let's try to get this out. Lifted in the air. Hit pretty well. Going back on its Mullins. He's on the track, but he makes the catch. Right center field. Mullins makes the catch to win the inning. So Burnes is not looking at, but this is kind of Ben Burnes. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, the numbers look okay. The results are there. But while you watch them, you see glimpses of an ace. I've seen glimpses, but I've also seen a lot of what I'm seeing here through these first 3 innings, which is a lot of deep counts. A lot of pitches off the plate that aren't even designed really to get a hitter to chase. They're just missing the target completely. And batters don't even have a need to think about swinging at them. Yeah, I want to get this pitch count down. Let's go. All right. We want to wake up the bats. I tell you what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give the middle of our order a chance to wake up here in the 4th. If we get nothing, I'm putting on the hat. All right? If we don't get nothing in the 4th, I'm putting on the hat. I'm making the call. I don't mess around. Hey, it might be time for me to work on bringing up the sub count screen for tonight as well. I'll do it over here on the other side. Drag it on over. I think we're coming in tonight at 668. 668 subs. Again, over the 2/3 mark on the road to 1,000. And boy, I can't tell you how big of a number that is. Let's see what we got here. Oh, now we're up into the 670s. 674, folks. 6 new subs for tonight already. Fantastic. Keep it up, folks. I appreciate it. By the way, folks, there's also memberships if you want to help support the channel. You don't get a whole lot in return. I'll be completely honest with you. Ryan O'Hearn takes ball 1 to begin the top of the 4th. You get a little badge next to your name in the chat. Some BirdWatcher binoculars. And some access to some special Oriole-themed emojis. But, I mean, if that's your thing, great. But it's really more about just helping support the channel. This one's in there for a called strike. And the count 2-1 on O'Hearn. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Once the channel does start to grow, then maybe I can give you a little more in terms of perks. This one is foul back. And the count is 2-2. My day is going good. Sun is just coming up over my head. This one's grounded. In on the fist. O'Hearn grounds out to second base. Garcia Jr. has been busy in the field so far in this ball game. So 1 out here in the 4th. The Orioles have the 1 hit. And that's it. We haven't been walking much. That's been part of our philosophy. Not really going for the walks, going more for the big swing. We can't complain about the results 34 games into the season. But as I've been saying the past day or two, we might have to eventually sort of shift our philosophy if other teams are picking up what we're trying to put down. 1-1 the count on Ryan Mountcastle. Next pitch to him is swung on and fouled right there at the plate. Count is 1-2. Oh, yeah, that comes, you know what? I'll do a personal one for all members. I'll do a personal home run call for any member. How about that? Now, if we hit a walk-off Game 7 home run, that call is for everybody, free of charge. I don't want anybody to be excluded. I'm all about inclusivity, folks. This one is low and away. 2-2 the count on Mountcastle. So, yeah, folks, the membership thing, don't look at it as like this sort of like, I've got more clout. on the BirdWatcher channel. Yeah, it may be a little bit of clout, maybe. But again, it's just we're trying to build something here, folks. Here is a strike 3. Mountcastle strikes out. Williams, he's not this much of a strikeout pitcher at all. He is not a K per 9 kind of guy, and he's got 6 strikeouts through 3 2/3. What are we doing? What are we doing at the plate? Can we make some contact, please? Here's Santander. This one's low and away on a breaking ball. Ball 1. I mean, what are we doing here? Get back up to basics. Look at this. The Yankees are winning. Let's go. This one's bottom of the zone for a called strike. 2 down, nobody on. 1-1 the count on Santander. The Orioles have 1 single and nothing else except a lot of strikeouts. This one's fouled back, and the count 1-2. I mean, what are we doing? David. This one is swung on and missed. Santander chases one low, and the inning is over. The Orioles lost at the plate right now. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and you know what? I mean, that does it. The hat is on. Jesus. Jesus Cristo. I am not watching any more of this. Not if I can do something about it. The hat is on. And you know what? I know we're not in the middle of a rally here. But let's bring up that live count on the sub screen, why don't we? 674. What do you think? What do you think a realistic goal is tonight, people? I mean, 680 minimum, right? Do I hear 685? I think 685 is fair. And then maybe we go for 700 to close out the series. What do you say? Actually, that's it. That's the target. 700 by the end of this series, which is only tomorrow. That's, 13 a day. We can do this. We can do this. How do I see it? I go to my my account and I look at it. It's just there. Do you have a channel there? SG? If you have a channel, just go to your studio. The hat is on, folks. And you know what? Your boy is also in the mood for a lucky. You think I might get 700 tonight? I think that's being a little greedy. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, is a humble man. Very, very humble with the turnout so far. And I'm in this for the long haul, folks. I'm in this for the long haul. I want to get to that first 1,000. I want that sort of, what do you call it? That feedback that tells me that this is a channel that should be grown, should be done for another years to come. Why not? Here we go. Bottom of the 4th, Jesse Winker at the plate. First pitch is a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Winker has scored the only run in this ball game after singling and stealing a base back in the 2nd. Here's a comebacker to Burnes. Does a good job to field. Big flip to Mountcastle for out number 1. All right, Corbin, keep it on the infield. I like it. Yeah, I don't know what the ghost runners we have now in baseball. If a 16-inning game is one I'm going to... Actually, a rain delay might help. Some of these rain delay games I've done where I've been on the air for 5 hours or more, big sub days. There's a nice breaking ball. It isn't a strike, but the umpire says it is, and we'll take it. That was about 3 inches outside. Joey Meneses at the plate. He drove in the only run of the game, and there's a called strike, 0-2. That one was bottom of the zone on the inside corner. One out, bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Washington. This one's in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. By the way, Kevin Brown not on the call tonight for the Masson game. Ben McDonald, and I guess that's Melanie Newman. So if Kevin Brown can take a night off, here's a ball reached for onto the ground at third. Urias will make the play. 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. So you mean to tell me even the number one play-by-play guy on TV, and folks, that's TV. Let's face it, it's easier. People are watching. You're just basically telling them what they're already looking at. I got to paint a picture over here. And you see me taking a day off. 2 down. Here is a called strike to Keibert Ruiz. I'm just picking on Kevin Brown. He's a fine broadcaster. No issues with Kevin at all. Take a day off, son. 0-1 pitch is grounded foul off to the right, and the count 0-2. Burnes 1 strike away from a quick 4th inning. Say what you want, but it seems with every inning he's getting a little more efficient. I'm only listening as I have other tasks, but sounds like the ump is a bit inconsistent. Yeah, the strike zone's been a little iffy. This one's lifted in the air. Deep drive. Well, not too deep. Santander can sort of take a light jaunt a few steps back to make that catch. And the inning is over. There's a quick inning for Burnes. Best inning he's thrown tonight. It has gotten better. Who was that? Howard Jones? Things can only get better. Whoa, 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 whoa. Rob A says, I'm back. My boss showed up and I had to leave the broadcast for a few. How many strikeouts does Burnes have now? I think it's the same as he had in the first inning. Yeah, he's got 3 strikeouts. That whole strikeout game is over. He's gone 3 straight innings without a strikeout. If the Orioles lose to the Nationals, you should shave your beard and head. Why? Oh, well, that just went away. I don't know why I'd want to. Oh, you erased it and then wrote it again later. All right. Still a bad idea a second time around. That's right. That's right. The BirdWatcher. Don't give me that. Don't tell me that yet. Let me log in about 8 straight years. Well, Matt, let's, Oriole fan base, I'm expecting my share of weirdos. We're just a bunch of freaks in the freak kingdom, aren't we? We all know the reputation we have in Baltimore. We're weird, and we like it that way. You ever been to Baltimore? Yeah, kind of weird for a big city, isn't it? Yeah, weird bunch of people. Pretty goofy out there. Yeah, you know what? I like it, and I own it with pride. Just another freak in the freak kingdom. Hunter S. Thompson. All right, here we go. Do I need to deliver the milkman to chat? There he is. Say hello to the milkman. He's at the plate. And the pitch is low for ball 1. Cows are 0 for 1 tonight, which is pretty much the stat line for every batter in the Oriole lineup, save for Adley Rutschman. This one's off the plate. 2-0. Okay, Williams out of the zone for a couple of pitches. Let's capitalize. Maybe think about drawing a walk. This one's off the plate, 3-0. Okay, take all the way. I know we don't walk a lot, but sometimes, again, you got to start adjusting. And we need a leadoff base runner. Let's go. Next pitch is right down the middle, 3-1. All right, now you lock in. Now you look for a certain area of the zone, looking for a certain pitch. If you don't get it, lay off. 3-1. He got a fastball pretty much middle. Is that 89 miles an hour? Is that his fastball? It is. His fastball is under 90. And we can't hit this guy? And our main issue was hitting 95 plus heat. Here's a called strike 3. Cowser dropped his bat on a full count. That pitch was an inch below the zone. And a late ring-up call, too, by the way, by the ump. Brandon Hyde's not happy. I mean, maybe one stitch at the very top of that baseball kissed the very bottom of the zone. Otherwise, that's not strike 3. That's a walk. So instead of a leadoff walk, it's an out. Do you understand, ump, how huge of a call that is? Do you even understand? 1 out for Jordan Westburg. 0-1 the count on him. And there's a swing and a miss. Westy behind 0-2. Just for a moment, Williams had lost his touch. He was out of the zone. We finally had a chance maybe to get a leadoff man on. And then the ump says no. Here's a line drive. Westburg, base hit left center field. Get some, Westy. Attaboy. Another solid stroke by Jordan Westburg. He's too good of a hitter for some 89-mile-an-hour fastball guy to be owning him. No way. Let's go. 1 out, Westburg at first. Here's Cedric Mullins. First pitch is foul back. Again, Williams fastball, 88. I mean, that's a slider for most people or some other kind of off-speed pitch. The 0-1. Fouled off again. I have to think that Williams is just very difficult to pick up on. You know, the lack of velocity is compensated by, an effective delivery. 0-2 pitch inside, 1-2. Westburg at first, 1 away. He's only the second base runner so far in the ball game. Nobody has reached scoring position yet. Oh, wait, I take it back. Adley did steal a base, didn't he? It was a single, but then he stole second. I take it back. Adley did reach second back in the first. One and two the count, and the pitch is in the dirt. Catcher taking a look down at first before he throws the ball back to Williams. All right, a 2-2. Low and in. Mostly low. It might have tailed back over and caught the inside corner, but certainly low for ball 3. Full count. 1 out. With Westburg on base, maybe you're put him in motion. This Westburg does take off, and Mullins fouls it away. So it's good to see. Good to see. I would expect Westburg to do it again. Another payoff pitch. Westburg does run again, and Mullins fouls it off again. All right. Well, Jordan, you got enough stamina to do it again? If you don't, then don't. If you're gassed, here's the 3-2. Again, with 1 out, Westburg trying to stay out of the double play. And now the check on him. Is that the second time they've checked on him in this at-bat? Might be. We still have a payoff pitch coming to Mullins. One away. Westberg, the tying run at first base. There he goes. And the pitch is lifted foul behind the plate again. All right, well, look. Our silver linings to whatever the heck happens here is that Williams is having to work hard here with said Mullins. It's going to be the 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Payoff pitch. Fouled back again. Well, I say that. They will cut away. It does reach the seats out of play, but only by a few rows. As a Baltimore City Connect jersey fan gets himself a souvenir. Pitch number 10 coming, and all but 2 of them have been the four-seam fastball. He's thrown one sweeper and one changeup, has Williams to Mullins in this long at-bat. So again, this is having a positive effect for us one way or the other. Let's hope we can make it more positive. Oh, that ball's just going to be routine to right field. Oh, the launch angle off the bat looked good for Mullins, but it's a routine fly ball to right. And there are 2 down. Oh, your boy got a little excited. Got a little excited. All right. Number 9 hitter coming up. Wait a minute. Why are we having a chat? I know Williams, the pitch count's a little high, but it's a runner at first, 2 down, and Ramon Urias up next. What are you possibly talking about here? Yeah, you know what that was? That was just to give the pitcher a break. Just to give him, a little breather after a long sequence there. Because there really is no other reason to go out there. Nobody's warming up. He's not in any real trouble. But usually in that situation, that's when the catcher will go out there. But to have a coach come out, a little weird. This one's fouled back by Urias. 0-1 the count. His second at-bat of the night, he grounded out to third in the third. This pitch is low, 1-1. And your boy is due for a lucky. He can feel it in his veins. Here comes the 1-1. This one's hit hard. And a leaping grab by Garcia, the second baseman. My goodness, the Orioles get a hard hit ball, but no luck. Garcia leaves the ground a good 8 inches off the ground, I'd say, with his glove held at its precipice to snag that ball from going into right center field. All right, we're halfway through this ball game. The Orioles have no runs and 1 hit. Good Lord. Good morning. Wake up. All right, your boy needs to take a break with Lucky. It's the only other thing he hasn't done to try and shake things up. Remember, folks, 9 out of 10 doctors prefer Lucky Strike. They're toasted. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Nats in the bottom of the 5th. Be careful from the condensation from your drink, BirdWatcher. You do not want to get electrocuted. All right, bottom of the fifth. Coming up. Rosario to lead it off for the Nationals. 0 for 1 tonight. Burnes out for his fifth inning of work, and the first pitch is low, a little bit off the plate outside. Ball one. Burnes having trouble throwing first pitch strikes, it seems, tonight. Always seems to get behind the batter. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Rosario helped him out there on a pitch well below the zone. The next pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. And nobody seems to be interested in swinging at any of Burnes's breaking balls. They haven't really been finding the zone. 2-1 the count. This one's hit off the end of the bat, and the third baseman Arias will make the play. To retire Rosario. 1 down in the bottom of the fifth. Rosario now batting a $114. Woof. Terry Lipscomb at the plate, 0 for 1 tonight. Big swing and a miss. He went after a breaking ball that dropped out of the zone. Thank you for chasing that first pitch. Burnes is shown to be falling behind, but Lipscomb helping him out there. 0-1 the count. Next pitch is hit on the ground. Gunnar, sort of a circular route to the ball, makes the play to retire Lipscomb. You could see Gunnar kind of doing like a half circle route to the ball to set up a better angle for the throw. It's good baseball there. That's how you do that. 2 down in the bottom of the fifth. Back to the top of the order for Jacob Young. First pitch is low for ball 1. Charm City Chat doesn't like to see a 0 on the scoreboard for the Orioles. I remember what this was like. Here's a breaking ball. Low and away, 2-0. Burnes falls behind another batter. Pitch is off the plate. Low and away, not even close. And with a 2-0 count, Young is never going to offer it a pitch like that. I mean, what are we doing? It comes and goes. Like his command is there one pitch, and then the next it's not. There's a called strike. Young took off for first base a little early there. That pitch hit the bottom of the zone. 3-1 the count. Pitch number 70, off the plate for ball 4. My goodness, a 2-out walk. He's done that already today. And Burnes, you can see, he's frustrated. He's talking to himself. He's gotten the pitch count down. Only 9 pitches in the third and fourth innings after throwing 41 in the first 2 innings. Here's a pickoff attempt. Back in with a slide is Lipscomb. 2 down, bottom of the fifth. 1-0 Nationals. Came on an RBI single back in the second from Joey Meneses. C.J. Abrams at the plate. Here's another check on the base runner. That's a second check already. without throwing a pitch yet to C.J. Abrams. Young is 12 for 13 in stolen base attempts. He can swipe them. And Burnes is not very quick to home plate with his delivery, it has to be said. That was a better quick delivery from Burnes. And he gets a 94-mile-an-hour heater in there for called strike, or for strike one. Okay, another check on the run. I thought that was 2 checks already. Yep, that was the 3rd check. So Young is going to be given second base. Wow. Burnes made a 3rd check. It doesn't work out. And we've now given Lipscomb second base. Runner now in scoring position. A base hit would drive him in with 2 out. The pitch is swung on and missed. Again, help from the batter. That one was off the plate. But Abrams in the hole 0-2. Oh, geez. Burnes went into his windup, then stepped off the rubber, turned around. Everyone's wondering, is that a balk or what? Burnes never threw. Okay. Well, Young is dancing off the bag at second. The 0-2 pitch is a check swing. Did he go? That was kind of funny. It is strike 3. The third base umpire rings him up, but Rutschman, for some reason, pointed to the first base umpire for the call, while the umpire behind the plate correctly motioned to the third base umpire to get that check swing strike 3 call. All right. 5 innings in the books. We've got a real exciting matchup. 3 total hits in the game. There's been an error. There's been strikeouts. Sheesh. We go to the 6. All right, folks. The hat has now been on for a full inning. Let's go. Oh, you can't do this to me. You can't give me a bunch of goose eggs after a day off. I spent the whole day off without my Orioles scoring. Now I'm back. What am I looking at here? Let's go. We got top of the order. We got top of the frickin' order coming up here. Enough of this. Enough of this. Hey, we've got a pitching change. Who's this guy? Robert Garcia. Coming in with a 6.48 ERA. A whip of 1.92. All right, if we can't hit this guy, what are we looking at here? 8 1/3 innings. He's given up 12 hits and 4 walks. 6 runs in 8 1/3 innings. You mean to tell me we can't get to this guy? Come on. All right. You want a bugle before we even see a pitch? Here it comes. Come on. Let's go. Let's frickin' go here, huh? Let's frickin' go. What page am I on? This is not the right page. I'm on the wrong page. First pitch to Gunnar is a called strike right on the inside corner. Barely caught the edge. That was a tough call right there right off the bat. 0-1. This one's fouled away in the count 0-2. Actually, this screen kind of... I need the don't give away what happens screen. Yeah, right about there. Okay. There's somebody asking for time at the plate. What is this? The umpire breaking out his notepad. What's this all about? I have no idea what that's about. The umpire paused for a second, whipped out a notepad, sort of turned toward the catcher, scribbled something down. What was that? That's something I don't... If that's some kind of thing, tell your boy about it, because I don't know what that was. 0-2 the count on Gunnar, and the pitch is way outside for ball one. Pizza toppings? Was he asking the catcher for pizza toppings? Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Henderson strikes out to begin the top of the sixth. Getting some digits. Hey there, William. Yeah, let's effing go. We need to wake up. By the way, love your avatar. Nice dark orange. It looks like a crazy sunset on Mars, but it's got that Oriole tinge to it. I like it. That pitch is 3 inches off the outside of the plate for a called strike one, Adley Rutschman. Come on, ump. Do they actually need more help? 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed, and Adley chasing a pitch that he probably would have laid off of if the count were 1-0. You know what, ump? You know what? Get bent. 0-2 on Adley. One out here in the top of the sixth. Base is empty. The Orioles have just 2 base hits and nothing else. This one's off the plate. Are you sure, ump? I mean, the catcher only had to contort his body, move his glove about 3 feet to his right to get to it. Are you sure it's a ball? Just want to check. 1-2 and a swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. Rutschman strikes out, 2 down in the sixth. Man, oh Shevitz. Oh, wait, I forgot to get myself back on the screen. Your boy finished his lucky several minutes ago. Don't you want to see the frustration on my face? Here's Ryan O'Hearn. This is up and in for ball one, I think. Okay, ball one. O'Hearn 0 for 2 tonight. He's facing a left-handed pitcher. It's not often he gets a chance to. This one's fouled away. And the count 1-1. I'd love to see O'Hearn get a hit off a lefty. Show Brandon Hyde you deserve a thought when lefties come up. This one is a swing and a foul back. A ball and 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on, top of the sixth. You think the ump's from D.C., huh? One and 2 the count. Janet. Everyone's got their theories. Here's a weak grounder right back to the pitcher. Garcia flips it to first, and the inning is over. So this guy with his 7 ERA, his whip of averaging 2 base runners an inning, 6 runs and only 8 innings of work, well, he comes in and makes it look easy. Of course, the umpire helped. We go to the bottom of the sixth. 1-0. Hey, we're equal on hits with the Nationals at 2. Man, what an ugly ball game this is. I'd love to talk about a pitcher's duel, but, you know, Trevor Williams, yeah, nice performance, but he can only go 5 innings. That's not really a duel. And Burnes, yeah, he's given up 1 run on 2 hits. in 5 innings. That's fine. But, man, he hasn't exactly looked like a dominant pitcher out there. But we can't put the blame on him if he comes out of this game only giving up 1 run. Hey, Booty Smacker. All right, Booty Smacker's here. Booty Smacker's going to give us some luck. Ask an Oriole Birdwatcher segment. I don't know if this is the appropriate time for such a segment. When one organically just arises, sure. I don't know what questions I want to answer right now. Unless the question is, Steve, how do you handle anxiety? And then the answer would take longer than the rest of the ball game. So really, it's a sleepy bat duel. Oh, man. Bottom of the 6th. 3-4-5 due up for the Nationals. Garcia Jr. does not have an official at bat tonight. He's been walked twice. He's been given the Bonds treatment by Corbin Burnes. Let's see what happens in this at bat. First pitch. Hey, a strike to Garcia. Baby steps, people. Baby steps. Next pitch. Whoop, what happened? Oh, is this the part where my stream goes down? That one's off the plate, 1-1. All right. 1-1 the count on Garcia. Here's one hit on the ground. Second base. Westberg has it. And Garcia is retired for the first time tonight. 1 out in the 6th. Hey there, Isaac. It's never too late to join the BirdWatcher gang as we have been sitting here patiently waiting for some offense. That patience is starting to wear a little thin. Here's Nick Senzel, and he looks at a breaking ball left upstairs for ball 1. This game is almost identical to that Yankees game from last Wednesday. Yeah, the 2-0 loss. Yeah, Jack. It feels like I'm watching an episode of Black Mirror right now. Here's a ground ball foul off to the left by Senzel. Well, I mean, the Nationals don't have a great bullpen. At least statistically. I mean, on any given night, any bullpen can be effective, but hopefully we'll scratch something across. Here's a foul ball off to the left by Senzel, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th. Just 2 hits apiece between these two teams. Have any of them been for extra bases? Winker had a single. There's a swing and a miss. There's a strikeout for Burnes. Is that his first since the first inning? Oh, he did have one other. He struck out the side in the first. That's his 5th of the night. Well, that pace of striking out 27 batters sure went away in a hurry. I'm guessing Narniak has got something invested in 5 strikeouts. Here's one fouled back by Winker. And the count is 0-1. Winker, 1 for 2. He singled, stole a base, and scored the only run in this game. Yeah, that might be a little unpopular, Jack. This one's at the top of the zone. Burnes does not get the call, and the count even at 1-1. I mean, there are some things Brandon Hyde has done that I don't agree with. I wouldn't call him an idiot. I don't know how an idiot can manage a team to 101 wins. I mean, I've seen plenty of loaded teams out there. Look at the Mets at the beginning of last year. They went out and got Scherzer and Verlander. They loaded that team. Any manager with any level of competency should have been able to guide that team to a good record. But I will admit, by the way, the count 2-2 on Winker as he fouls this one off. I will admit, in that Rangers series in the playoffs last year, Brandon Hyde did make some very crucial mistakes, particularly with how he managed the bullpen and changing pitchers. It was a recipe I've never seen done by anyone ever. He basically went middle reliever inning after inning after Grayson got rocked. Here's a swing and a miss. Burnes gets a strikeout of Winker on a breaking ball in the dirt. So the strikeout pitch has come back. He's gone through 6 innings. Folks, Corbin Burnes, I don't know. I guess sometimes it doesn't look pretty, but you look at the results and you can't complain. 1 run on 2 hits through 6 innings. What do you want from the guy? Hey, Booty Smacker with the super chat. Smack that like on that. Boom. Can I? I don't have the power to like it, but other people do. But trust me, I like it. Oh, I can do that. There you go. Your boy gave a heart right there. I didn't know I could do that. Hey, should I put you in timeout after donating $5 to the channel? Why would anybody do that? That's shameful. Hey, thank you, Booty Smacker. Now I can't figure out how to get out of here. Oh, there we go. Have a drink on me, Mr. Watcher, and thanks for calling all the games. Wish it were more. Oh, in terms of a donation, Booty, don't you worry. Any amount is just adding to the channel, right? And yeah, it will. You know what $5 will get me? It'll pay for about 4 of these. You just help pay for more than half a week's worth of my morning lattes, man. And believe me, the latte is necessary to make this channel work. You smell a crooked number coming up this inning for the O's. You mean on offense, I hope, right? That is an ace. Looks bad and still comes away throwing 6 with 1 run. Josh, it's a good point. Yeah, maybe you watch him and you're like, all right, this doesn't look like, Brandon Webb in his prime or something. I don't know. Just pick an ace. But end of the day, he grinds it out. And it's like $1.25, David. It's like $1.25. So that's why I'm saying 4. I can get 4 for that. All right. Derek Law is on now to pitch for the Nats. Another right-hander reliever. 2-1 record, an ERA of 3.32, 21 2/3 innings, 24 strikeouts to 6 walks. But opponents are hitting 291 off of him. 291. Opponents. 291. That's awfully high. First pitch to Mountcastle is lifted foul behind the plate for strike 1. We are in the late innings, folks. Top of the 7th, the Orioles. It's time to wake up. Here we go. 0-1 pitch is popped up. Center field. Easy play for Young. Just a couple of steps to his left to make the catch. 1 down. Woof. Folks, outs are running out. We are down to 8. We got 8 outs to play with. Hey, James, only saying this because it's just following up with you. I too went through triple bypass surgery now 2 years ago. And you just went through it 2 days ago. James, you and me are kindred spirits, my friend. I've been through it, my friend. About 6 months of recovery, James. It's not going to be easy, man, but you're going to get through it, buddy. Good to have you back out of that surgery. On the road to recovery, my friend. Anthony Santander fouls this one off, and the count is 0-2. Yeah, Matt, I know. Matt's saying it's on our batters at this point, yeah. Our pitching has been fantastic. And there's been some games in this last week or so that, Here's a hard hit ball by Santander, but it's on the ground to second, and he will be retired for the second out of the seventh. Yeah, I mean, folks, this past week where we went 6-1 between the Yankees and the Reds, it could have very easily been more like 3-4 if it weren't for this pitching. Because the bats, outside of 2 or 3 games in that 7-game stretch, haven't really been there. Here's Cowser. First pitch is a called strike, bottom of the zone. I mean, get the cows in the chat for crying out loud. We need all the mojo we can get here, people. The milkman needs help. That one's in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Folks, we got 51 likes. Do I hear 60? We got 130 people in here. It's a crowd. This one is low and in for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Cowser. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Base is empty, as they have been for most of the night. This one's on the ground. Second base. Garcia to first in time. The Orioles, 7 innings of offense, if you want to call it that, in the books. 2 hits. 1 runner in scoring position tonight. Ouch. It's 7th inning stretch time, people. Folks, I know you don't feel all that excited. I don't either, because what are we watching right now? This is ridiculous. We need some offense. But until then, it's time for some cakes on the griddle. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Where are the highlights? What am I going to clip from this game as a highlight clip for my resume? What's been the big moment here? Adley stealing second base, I guess. Cheers to you, Curtis. That's right. It is 4:20, or at least 4:23 somewhere. Let's see, if it's 7:23 here, it's probably 4:23 somewhere around, Pakistan? Somewhere around there. In the AM. Oh boy, maybe I should go ahead and refresh my stream now, because it's always about this time of the ball game, or it'll just cut out. So why not just jump ahead of the inevitable? That way it doesn't happen in the middle of something. Your boy's getting smarter. He's learning tricks. What is going on here? Am I not able to click on anything? There you go. Attaboy. All right. Joey Meneses is at the plate. Sorry, I've missed ball 1. Here comes the next pitch from Burnes. It's low for ball 2. So Burnes is out there for the bottom of the 7th inning. That was pitch number 87. He's fallen behind 2-0 on Meneses, leading off for the Nationals. He'll be followed by Keibert Ruiz and Eddie Rosario. Next pitch is swung on and missed. A 2-0 pitch well off the plate. And again, the DC bats helping Burnes out on that one. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball catches the top of the zone. Meneses sort of leaned out of the way, gave up on it. Drops in there for strike 2. Oh, it's watchable, Jack, when you watch it with me. I can take the unentertaining. The thing about a game like this is that there's going to be a moment. There's going to be a moment. I can feel it. This one is lined. That's a fair ball down the left field corner for extra bases. Meneses will be able to go to second base and a little wiggle of the hips. Okay. Interesting celebration there. 4th double of the season for Meneses. And once again, folks, I said it at the top of the broadcast going over the lineups. This guy has had Corbin Burnes' number. 2 hits again off of him tonight. He had previously been 4 for 6. So runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. And Keibert Ruiz looks at a called strike. Ruiz 0 for 2. The pitch. Ground ball. Hit softly. Gunnar Henderson will field and throw out Ruiz at first, but on the play, Meneses will take third with only 1 out. What are we doing, SG? I think you've made your point. Are we going to have to go through another one of these? All right, runner at third for Rosario. This one is lifted and will get down for a base hit. Rosario serves one to the opposite field for an RBI single. Meneses can score easily, and the Nationals now lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Right, SG. It's not about offensive. It's about, are you here with the intent to actually interact with other people in a friendly way, or are you here to antagonize? And by my measure, it's the latter. Rosario is running, throw down, and it's late. Another stolen base for the Nats. Eddie Rosario going on the first pitch to Lipscomb. The pitch was a strike. Rosario with his 4th steal of the season. And there he goes. Thanks, Janet. It's like the person who goes, here's a line drive to right. That gets down. Boy, this is bad. Rosario coming around. Here comes the throw, and it's just late. Boy, that was closer than I would have thought. Santander on a base hit to right, able to get the ball in and make the play close. But the Nationals have another run on the board. And Burnes comes out here for a 7th inning of work. And apparently wasn't a good idea. Yeah, maybe we can get SG to pinch hit for us tonight to give us some more offensiveness that we're needing. Corbin Burnes is coming out of the ball game, folks. His night is over. I mean, folks, look. All right, we got a break in the action. It's time to have a pep talk with the Oriole fans here. All right, look, guys, chin up. Point 1. We got the best record in the American League. Nobody can take that away from us, at least not until after tonight's over. We'll see what the Yankees do. But whatever. We're in very good shape, okay? 12 games over 500, twice as many wins as losses. It's very nice, okay? If we lose tonight, for whatever reason, it's not the end of the world, okay? Secondly, what's secondly? We never get swept, right? So we're going to win tomorrow. How about this? Thirdly, we don't lose more than 2 games in a row. We have our longest losing streak so far this season is 2. All right? So if this is suffering for us, imagine what it's been like for pretty much every other fan of a team out there, because they've had at least a 3-game losing streak. We haven't had to suffer that. We've got more home runs than anybody else. We've got excellent pitching to watch, solid defense. This team delivers night in and night out. All right, so this is potentially the 2nd dud of the season. If we average 1 dud every 18 games or something, we could it's, this happens. It's going to happen. And this is all to say, with the possibility of the Orioles coming back and winning this thing. Let's not leave that out of the equation, all right? So let's just, Pocket Watch, the newest Magic member, folks. Thanks, Pocket Watch. Enjoy a pair of binoculars. I hope you'll be able to see something through them tonight. Hey, maybe with a fresh set of binoculars in chat, there'll be more bird watching to come. Jacob Webb is on the mound in relief of Corbin Burnes. 17th appearance of the season. Solid ERA of just 1.84. He's been a good middle reliever for us and even came out to close the game once. Matt, after the game, do what you please. But just come back the next day with a clean slate. That's what you do, folks. Any result, next day, clean slate. There goes another runner. Adley with a bounce throw down, and it's late. Wow. How many steals so far tonight for the Nats? 4? Lipscomb with a steal. So that takes the double play out of order. 1 out and a runner at second. The Nationals are outplaying us. Plain and simple. Breaking ball, top of the zone for a called strike. To Jacob Young, who is 0 for 2 tonight, but he walked and stole a base in his last at bat. Here's a bunt attempt. Did he pull the bat back in time? Apparently he did, and the count is 2-1. Hey, Pocket Watch, be sure to test out some of your special emojis. Here's a swing and a miss. Good gas there, 94 miles an hour from Webb. Count is even up at 2-2. Hey, Bill, good to see you. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing your name for the first time. Maybe it's the Caps that did it. Your boy's got bad vision. Yankees are up 6-1. Okay, so maybe no matter what happens tonight, folks, we'll be fine. This one's off the plate outside. And the count will run full on Young. Narniak, that would be good. It doesn't seem like we have a way to stop any of their runners from stealing. This one is fouled back. Still 3-2 on Young. Yeah, we need to come back. Yeah, I just, even if we come up short, I just want the Orioles to show something tonight. Here's one just off the outside edge, and that could have been called a strike. I mean, the Orioles have had a strike 3 called against them on pitches farther off the plate than that one from Webb. That one even kissed the zone. But we don't get the call. Get bent. Get bent. Honestly. Abrams fouls one back. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. It's one thing if my team isn't doing the business on a night. It's another when every time we sniff something, the umpire has to come in and screw it up. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, normally doesn't get this upset. Again, I'm not mad at my team. I'm mad right now at this umpire. Oh, 2 pitch. Low. 2 on and 2 runs in here for the Nats in the 7th. After leading 1-0 for the entire ball game virtually until this half inning. They have now expanded their lead and are looking for more. This pitch is upstairs, 2-2. The Orioles offense only has 6 more outs to play with, and they have done very little in terms of rallying. Swing and a miss. Webb gets the strikeout of Abrams. Abrams kept in check tonight. He's 0 for 4. I guess that's a positive. Oh, that was a nasty pitch, too, tailing back over the inside part of the plate. Nasty pitch from Webb. Good stuff. 2 down. Here's Garcia. This one's lifted. Left field. Down the line. Long run for everybody, and luckily it's out of reach, but also foul. I mean, not luckily that it's out of reach, but lucky that it's foul, as that was about 4 or 5 feet on the foul side of the line. Brandon Hyde looks pissed. It has to be said. I mean, he got about 1 second of screen time after that out, and he looked like a man frustrated. He looked like how I'm feeling. Garcia's got an 0-1 count, 2 down, 2 on. Webb's pitch is lifted in the air, and it's going to be a can of corn. Cedric Mullins, a few steps in, makes the catch to retire the side. We go to the 8th. The Nationals add to their lead. It's going to be tougher for a comeback, folks. 3-0, Washington. Going to the 8th. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna rub the hat. I'm gonna give the hat a nice rub. Just sort of lay it on my head. Just a little bit of an adjustment. It might be that. It's kind of like the rabbit ears on your old TV. You just need a slight adjustment, and maybe things will come in a little clearer for this Orioles offense. Before you sign off, you have to say any rebroadcast or retransmission of the play-by-play descriptions without written consent or a note from your mom is prohibited. Thank you, Kente Crystal Fart. Yeah. I mean, honestly, you can keep the written consent from some corporation out of the way. I just want a note from your mom, all right? You can do anything with my content. Just make sure I want a note from mom. All right? Just give it a little tap, little tappy tap tap. Can our bats maybe tap the ball a little bit? Just give it a little tap, little tappy tap. That would be great. It's going to be the bottom of the order, due up in the 8th. So we're going to have a chance for, hopefully, this entire lineup to get one more at bat over the next couple of innings. We're going to need to get through this order at least one more time to get these 3 runs back. All right, now my cursor is acting funny. I'll just not touch anything for the time being. Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tap. All right, top of the 8th. My God, let's go. I mean, I'm ready. Hunter Harvey is on. Now, he's got a good line here. 17th appearance, 2.45 ERA. Opponents hitting just 2.03. 18 in the third innings. A record of 2-1. 22 strikeouts to just 5 walks. Hunter Harvey. I guess this is the main setup man for the Nats. Again, bottom of the order. Westberg at the plate. And the first pitch to him is way upstairs for ball 1. Way off. Next pitch. Off the plate outside. 2 pitches way off the zone. Hunter Harvey, do you not have it, sir? That would be nice. All we need is one of your pitchers to come out, and they don't have it. Take a pitch, Westberg. Oh, he went and swung 98 miles an hour. It was a strike, but Westy comes up empty. 2 balls and a strike. Come on, Jordan. We need base runners, man. We need base runners. Put the pressure on. The pitch taken for a call. Strike 2. Harvey, after missing the plate the first 2 pitches, looks like he's finding the zone here. Now we got to lock in. Westberg, a very good two-strike hitter. Here's the pitch. This one's hit on the ground, picked by Abrams at short. And Westberg is retired on the ground out. 1 down in the 8th. Man, oh man, oh man. This lineup cannot get it going tonight. And folks, if we don't win tonight, our consecutive series without getting swept streak, currently I think 101, is going to be on the line tomorrow. Cedric Mullins takes up and away for ball 1, 99 miles an hour from Harvey. The pitch is upstairs. That one triple digits. 2-0. Heston Kjerstad. We have a Kjerstad sighting, folks. He's on deck, ready to hit for Urias. Mullins with a hard hit baseball into right field. A solid single for Ced. The Orioles with their 3rd hit of the night. It's never too late. Kjerstad coming up, and wouldn't he be the perfect middleman of a rally right here? I'm talking, let's find a gapper for Kjerstad. Come on, folks. Kjerstad in 4 games this season has yet to get an RBI. Facing Hunter Harvey. First pitch. Taken. Called strike. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean, when I say 100-mile-an-hour, do I have to say fastball? I think you know. Oh, 0-1 the count. Mullins at first. This one's way inside. Again, 100. And boy, that was near the family jewels of Heston Kjerstad. He had to back the jewels out of the way of that one. 1-1. Here's one low and in. Kjerstad laying off. 2-1 the count. Gunner on deck. If Kjerstad can reach, Gunner would be the tying run. Things could turn around quick if we can just open the door right here and now. The 2-1 pitch is in there for a called strike. Bottom of the zone, pretty hittable. It was low, but it was middle of the plate. 2-2 the count. Big pitch. Swing and a foul off to the right. And folks, your boy's making the call. I have not bothered you folks with this all night long. This is not a gimmick. I need the magic of the subscreen. I mean, folks, I haven't bothered with the subscreen all night, and as you've seen, nothing's been working. So I gotta try something. 2-2 the count on Kjerstad. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. And Kjerstad was not ready for that pitch. Down he goes. Two away here in the 8th. 4 outs left to play with. Gunner at the plate takes low and in for ball 1. We need something here. We need something here to give us some momentum going into the 9th. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Keegan Aiken is up throwing for the Orioles. Mullins at first, 2 down, and the 1-1 to Gunner is swung on. That one's hit hard, but right at the right fielder. Rosario And Gunnar slams his helmet down in frustration. He hit that ball hard. Just can't find a spot for it to come down and keep the inning going. My goodness, it's been a rough night. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Nationals still ahead 3-0. Folks, we are 15 away from 700. Lucky number 700. Looking good. We may not get there tonight, but that's okay. Your boy says 700 by the end of tomorrow night. And folks, tomorrow night, I'm calling it right now. We're going to have 5 runs by the end of the 2nd inning tomorrow. We're just going to come out and overcompensate for the lack of offense tonight. In the 9th inning, looking ahead, down at minimum 3 runs, we'll be sending up Rutschman, O'Hearn, and Mountcastle. Just to keep everybody informed. That's who we will have as our last gasp in the 9th. 2, 3, and 4. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Nats now. And what could be their last trip to the plate? Hopefully not. I don't want this to be their last trip to the plate. I want them to hit more than this inning. That would be great. Westberg has moved over to third base, and Mateo comes in after Kjerstad had pinch hit for Urias. Urias out of the game. Westberg moves over to third, and Mateo into the ballgame as a defensive replacement at second. Senzel coming up tonight. He's 0 for 3. The Nationals only have 5 hits. They haven't exactly... And they've left 6 men on base. But the 3 runs they have right now, with the way our offense has been looking, seems insurmountable. But never say never. Here's Senzel. First pitch is low and away for ball 1. Jacob Webb out there for another inning of work. Well, he got the last 2 outs back in the 7th, so he hasn't pitched a full inning yet. This one's off the plate and 2-0. Bill says it's not over. Of course it's not, Bill. Of course not. Yogi Berra taught us a wise lesson some 75, 80 years ago now. And we all know what that lesson is. 3-0 the count on Senzel. Webb falling behind the leadoff man. And ball 4, this one's above the zone. Aiken is probably ready to go in the pen. And here comes Hyde with Winker, the lefty, coming up next. So unfortunately for Webb, Hyde wanted him out there to face the righty before going to Aiken. But Webb gives up the leadoff walk. And now we got to work around this. It's all right, Randy. Again, folks, stick with the BirdWatcher. It's a long season. It's a long season. And, folks, it feels a lot longer if you're an Astros fan right now. It feels a lot longer if you're a Rockies fan or a Marlins fan. I tell you what. You know what it is? I think the Orioles are just better without any days off. I mean, I'm worried about the postseason. If we get back, if we win the division and we got a top 2 seed and we get that first round bye, I mean, I'm not saying that's the reason we lost, but I also feel like if you're playing well, taking a week off doesn't seem all that beneficial. I mean, maybe at best it has no effect. I don't know what kind of positive effect an entire week off. And then, boom, you got to suddenly be in postseason like mentality. That's tough. But hopefully we learned our lesson from last year. Whatever we did last year, we got to change it up. If we do get another bye out of the wild card round, we got to learn how to work around that. Off time was not the reason we lost. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, was it helpful? I mean, I know we went out there and we didn't perform, but I'm saying, is it helpful to have that much time off? I mean, I don't think either of us can say yes or no definitively. It's all speculation. I'm not saying 100% it's the reason why, but I don't think you can 100% say that it didn't have an effect either. It's not the norm to take a week off and then get in a postseason mode, right? Jesse Winker at the plate, Aiken on the mound. This one's hit hard in the left. First pitch by Aiken is down, probably for extra bases. It will be. This one bounces up against the wall. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. Aiken comes in and gives up a double on one pitch. My goodness. All right, folks. It's a tough night tonight. It's a tough night tonight. Look, let's get it all out of our system tonight. If we're going to stink it up, let's just do it all now. I would much rather get a bunch of bad stuff out of the way in one game than have it sort of as a layer over every game. We've got a stinker tonight. Yeah, I'm all about just getting the postseason too, right? And just getting there as healthy as we can. This one's inside, and the count 1-1. I want a pennant. I want to get to the postseason with a healthy roster, win the pennant, take it from there. That's my personal objective. 1-1 the count, second and third. Nobody out. The pitch is foul back. Again, Joey Meneses at the plate. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Both hits off of Burnes. A single in the second and a double in the seventh. There's a strikeout. Meneses goes down swinging. Aiken gets the first out of the inning. Still second and third. And now, with a base open and a left-hander due up after, what do we do here? I mean, I know Kybert Ruiz isn't hitting very well, but this would set up a force and double play situation, bring up a lefty. Here comes Drew French to have a chat with Aiken, and I think this is what they're talking about. I mean, you look at Ruiz, he's 0 for 3 tonight. He's hitting a $1-0. But the fact of the matter is, second and third, 1 out. You're down 3 runs. You really can't afford to give up another runner here. Or another run, excuse me. So what do? You put him on, go after the lefty? Or do you go after Ruiz here? Maybe you draw Ruiz into a false sense of security. Maybe you throw a couple of pitches off the plate, sneak one in there. Because, again, he's not a good hitter. This one's on the outside edge, and he gets the call. Wow, Keegan Aiken, that's exactly what they're doing. That pitch was off the plate, but just enough where the ump said, okay, you can have it. Thanks for that makeup call, ump, I guess. Here's the 0-1. Same spot, but now it's a ball. Okay. Up to you, ump. Same pitch, same location. Of course, Aiken went back to it because why wouldn't you? He got a strike call and a pitch off the plate. So he throws the same pitch, and now it's a ball. Okay, the 1-1. Popped up on the infield. They made the right decision. They went after Ruiz, and he pops up on the infield for out number 2. There you go. Well done. Let's get Rosario out and get this game to the 9th. Gosh darn it, your boy ain't done yet. How are we doing in chat? I think chat gets a little bit ornery when we're losing like this. Here's one inside. To Rosario. He's 1 for 3 tonight. He drove in a run back in the 7th. This one's low, 2-0. So now you get the lefty Rosario up, and you fall behind. I'm feeling a little bipolar myself tonight. Or this morning, I guess, for me. The pitch is on the outside edge. Doesn't get the call. I mean, if I could have some sort of consistency from this umpire, I could say, well, I mean, that's been a strike all night. But it really has been just a crapshoot on pitches in and around the zone. This one is a called strike, and it's 3-1. Big pitch here. Upstairs, ball 4. That loads him up. Aiken pitches to Ruiz, gets the pop-up, gets the lefty, and walks him. 2 down. Bases loaded for Terry Lipscomb, the number 9 hitter. Aiken will face him. Has he faced 3 batters already? Yeah, it was Meneses, Ruiz, Rosario. They could go to the pin again if they wanted to. This one's low and in, ball 1. Bases loaded, and ball 1 to Lipscomb. Why aren't we going to a righty here? The next pitch is fouled away. Has Aiken not faced 3 batters already? He's gotten 2 outs, and he's at least allowed 1 base runner. So, yeah, he could be lifted here. 1-1 the count. Orioles trying to keep this game within some amount of reach, and this pitch is inside. 2 balls and a strike on Lipscomb. The pitch, hit on the ground, second base. Kind bounce for Mateo, throws to first, and the inning is over. The Orioles somehow don't give up a run in the bottom of the 8th. They keep it 3-0 going to the 9th. Rutschman, O'Hearn, and Mountcastle, our only hope. Well, I say our only hope. 2 of those 3 guys need to be on base by the time Santander gets to the plate, I would hope. And by the way, your boy has really been nursing this latte tonight. I'm not even halfway through this thing. Maybe that's been the problem. Not enough caffeine. Matt says we got this. I don't know. How good is the Nats closer? I mean, he's not one of the elites, right? Please, for the love of God. Smoke a lucky. All right, folks. I think I'm going to hold off on that Siggy. Okay, so it's Finnegan. Finnegan will begin again. Let's take a look at his numbers. 1.88 ERA. 11 saves already. Wow. 11? That's tied for first. Holy Toledo. A whip under 1 and ERA under 2. Great. He's good. All right, Kyle Finnegan. Maybe he's due to get rocked. I don't know. That's all your boy can come up with. Maybe he's due. Maybe he's due. All right. Finnegan, 1-2 record, but a solid ERA, 1.88. Opponents hitting just 128 off of him, and we need 3 runs just to level this thing. Here we go. Adley Rutschman has one of the 3 hits on the night. If there's a guy you want just to make sure to get on base to help get a rally started, it's probably this guy. I can't do the charge horn until we get one base runner. If we get one base runner, you'll be hearing charge horns for the rest of the broadcast. But we got to get a guy on here. First pitch is a called strike. Top of the zone, 95 miles an hour from Finnegan. Hang in there. Hey, there's a nice limerick from Obird fan. Swing and a miss on a pitch on the outside corner. Finnegan throws a fastball, splitter, and a sweeper. That sweeper doesn't get used much. Pretty much fastball, splitter. Fastball averages about 97. Oh, 2 pitch. That one's hit hard, but right to second base. Garcia has it over to first in time. Hard ground ball. Bit of a warm burner, but would have found a hole had it been hit just in another spot on the infield. I don't know. There's holes in there somewhere. That one was right at the second baseman. One down for Ryan O'Hearn. First pitch is just a bit inside. According to the ump, that looked like a strike. It works both ways. The Nats have had some bad calls against them too, but is it me or does it just feel like when our calls are bad, they're in much bigger situations? There's a called strike one. 1-1 the count on O'Hearn. 0 for 3 tonight. We need base runners. The pitch. This one's fouled away. All right, screw it. Please, for the love of God. The 1-2. Called strike 3, and it was inside. You know what? O'Hearn, get tossed, O'Hearn. No, argue more. Argue more. Yeah, he just got tossed. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. If that's all we're going to get out of the game tonight, thank you for getting tossed. Brandon, you get tossed too. You get tossed too. Bark at him. Bark at him. Brandon's gone. Brandon's gone. Bark more. Bark more. This ump has been trash. Trash. Yeah, take it, ump. Look at this little baby-faced zilch. Get out of my face, Blue. Unbelievable. Man, you felt it. I knew the ejections were coming. I knew it. I knew it. We had to. 2 down in the 9th. Base is empty for Mountcastle. What a joke. Nationals 3, Orioles nothing. Umpire, go F yourself. That's the score right now. Want to know the count. Pitch, low, ball 2. Are you sure, ump? Are you sure? Hey, have fun losing your gig to a robot. You keep this up. It's like these umps just want it to happen. Here's a ground ball. Hitched softly. Abrams has it over to first. Ball game over. Mountcastle grounds out, and the ball game is over. The Nationals, with a 3-0 win, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 9 men left on base. The Orioles, no runs, 3 singles, no errors, 4 men left on base. I think 1 guy got into scoring position tonight. Corbin Burnes, he labored, and at the end of it, he sort of gave up a couple of more runs. But the fact of the matter is, if the Orioles can't score one run, what can our pitching do? What can our pitching do? The Nationals, no discredit to them. They did what they needed to do. They ran their butts off whenever they got on base, and they turned it on us. 3 runs on 6 hits isn't exactly an offensive explosion, but again, our bats were not there, and the ump didn't help. All right, folks. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, might be making this the shortest post-game wrap-up in the history of this pretty brand-new channel. I'm sure you guys are ready to get out of here, too. Williams now is 4-0. Burnes falls to 3-2. Finnegan, no, they said he had 11 saves already, so that must be number 12. Again, the offense, what's there to go over? I mean, 3 singles, right? I gotta get out of here. Guys, tomorrow night, okay? Check it out. We're gonna wipe this one off the board. Come back with a clean slate because you know what? We don't get swept, by God. Kyle Bradish is going to make a second start of the season. You mean to tell me you're going to give up on our boys when we got Bradish out there making his second start tomorrow? Up against Mitchell Parker? God, another lefty. Another lefty. Why didn't we put Kjerstad in the lineup tonight? You know he ain't playing tomorrow either. And you know once we go back to Camden Yards, forget left field. You'll never see Kjerstad for the next 10 days. Maybe a DH once or something. All right, there's a few things to talk about, folks. But, yeah, Hyde gets ejected. O'Hearn gets ejected. That's the highlight of the game tonight. We finally got fed up and gave the umpire the business. That's pretty much the highlight of the night. Folks, hit that like button on the way out if you don't mind. Maybe tell a buddy or two about the BirdWatcher channel. It's a growing community, and normally we have a lot more fun than this. But tonight we're going to have to take it on the chin. Get a good night's sleep, everybody. Come on back tomorrow, 5:40 or 6:45 p.m. Eastern first pitch. I'll be on at 6:35. Hit that notification bell if you need the help, okay? Have a good one, folks. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later.